Hello, it's Crypto CJ, the trade of the day, Thursday night slash Friday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. And the crypto markets have taken a hit. Bitcoin dipped below 100,000 briefly, has bounced back. So we'll look at the charts and try to figure out what's going on. All right, should be seeing my Bitcoin day chart.
Yes.
Thank you. And we're still below the key EMA times of 2050 and 200. Right at 1015 at the moment. You can see we did break down to 99 a couple times, then bounce back. So at least that seems to be holding as support. I guess that's kind of good. I like support better at 105 or 110, but it's like 100 is what we have for now. Ethereum 3000 seems to be its support, where we were hoping 4,000 would be, but it's in the same boat, below the main averages 2050 and 200, and crawling up to 3,300. On the plus side, these may be good times to get back in if you're hodling. I wish I had available funds or I'd be doing that. Not financial advice, but um, yeah, the fear and greed index is pretty low right now on the fear side. Craig and I were talking earlier about, the markets in general and, you know, more drama with the US and the tariffs and if the Supreme Court will rule against the president and roll those back and force them to be paid back and who knows what damage that could do. And then, whether that lack of government revenue would affect the markets poorly as well. There's a lot of things going on that could drive the market down even further. And it's just a difficult time to invest and to trade. A lot of people are on the sidelines. And then on Twitter, I was going through this. Well, this is somewhat bullish. Whales accumulated 10,000 Bitcoin in 24 hours. Smart money loading up while retail panics. So I guess smart money would be buying right now. Uh, On-chain ramping up with Ethereum. And more countries are supporting and sponsoring Bitcoin mining. So these seem to be bullish. And yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier. Trump will need a game two game plan if Supreme Court goes negative on his tariff plan. So it's just a lot going on. We're kind of in, um, never before territory. So we'll just have to hold on and see what happens and try to flex with each dip and or pump. So anybody have anything else to add? I know I kind of rambled there, but
Well, sometimes the best thing to do can be just to sit on your hands. And I think we've got to sit and wait and see some direction before we do anything.
sometimes the best trades are no trades. So yeah, good point. Um, but then I would be ending my Zoom call here if I were doing that. So 6-minute Zoom call. But so I've still been doing some trading. Most of it's gone okay, but some positions are underwater severely. So we'll talk about some of that. Let's go to the free information sources we've been using and see if we can find something to trade. So crypto bubbles,
Oh,
and we got some big green bubbles. It's AIA I was looking at earlier. Filecoin is kind of back from the dead. Internet Computer, Zcash Dash, XTZ. Interesting. I haven't seen that in a while. So I have Filecoin up. We'll look at that first. Then we'll look at some of these others. Okay, this is my day trading layout, 15-minute charts, support and resistance with the supply and demand visible range by Algo, relative trend index for entries and alerts. And on file, we have a big break up into its red zone. It dipped below the 20, which is usually where I like to get in, and then broke up hard on yesterday. And 62%, that's a really good day trade. Dipping now a little bit, bouncing off the red zone. And has not dipped yet below the 80 for a short. I've taken a few shorts in this market. They've either done really well or I've been stuck in them for a few days with multiple rebuys. So um, right now I'm kind of doing Craig's strategy, more sitting on my hands, but I'll set a few alerts. On file, right click on the RTI for an alert, and I'll do both directions on this one, which is entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on bottom, once per bar close, crypto bubbles. And I'll go with 3 notes reverb for my usual alerts on the RTI. I get the triangle or the rectangle here. And there it is in my alert list. So see what happens with that. AIA, let's look at this one. Okay, perpetual contract is on a few foreign exchanges. MEXC, Blowfin. So these are exchanges that my US friends can trade on. Let's look at Blowfin. I've been using this for manual trading in addition to Carbon. So this one looks kind of like Filecoin. Made a huge move off the dip. Yeah, 300%. That's a great day trade. So
Yes, Nick.
yeah. And so you might want to set the same alert I just did on Filecoin. And let's go to our swing trade. Probably going to overhaul this, but for now, we'll go ahead and go with what we've been doing for a while. Currently, the buy is in play. The Trendilo LSMA is straight up. So those are the indicators I use on this 1 hour chart for swing trading. And supply and demand visible range has the same function. But we're late, obviously, on this entry. Swing went up to 60% for dipping. It hasn't changed yet. So if you want to trade both directions, you can right click on the add alert on the SuperTrend. You can leave direction change. I might do this one. 3 notes reverb. I'll go with Annabelle. So if I get a short signal, if Trendio is turned around, then I might take a short on this. I've been doing more trend-based trading lately, but it hasn't worked out perfectly by any means. All right, well, that's AIA, which I believe to be a AI coin of some kind. See if there's some information in here. The Agent AI is what the full name of it. XTZ, I've not seen this in anything lately, so I'm curious about this one. All right, so this one made that big move. It didn't break below 20. It's not until over here on Tuesday. So yeah, you could set the same alert I just did. The RTI if you want to catch a short or the next dip and pump. Right. Swing trade. Disagreement among the indicators. Sell on the super trend. Trendilo pointing up. Um, so if you took the next buy signal on SuperTrend, you might catch it around here somewhere. Maybe 7% for the retrace. I'm not loving this. This I like. The buy signal down here in the green zone, but we're too late for that. So let's go to the 4-hour chart. All right, this looks better. Got a buy now. The 4-hour chart. And then, so 18%, 31 days. No, it's about 0.5% a day, give or take.
31 days in this market? You must be crazy.
Indeed. So Craig's criticizing my trace back to where it was approach. It's just the only information I really have. So, um, it may duplicate the move, it may not. I mean, we see a big giant wick here. So, I mean, that was the move in 1 hour, let alone 31 days. So it probably won't take that long to move. So that could be an option on the 4-hour chart. 8-hour looks the same. Day chart. 87%. Yeah. Let's see, we got a chat. Frank wants to look at pump.fun. I did trade this a little bit. Is it Wednesday or Thursday? Look at that one. It's on Coinbase. We've looked at it before here. This one looks like it's ready, at least based on our usual approach. It dipped below the 20, it just broke above on the RTI. So if you took that now, not financial advice, you went back to the red zone, 13%. That's a really good day trade. There's other resistance areas here. You could get out here at 4% or here at 9%, 14%. So all those are good day trades and reasonable exit areas. So you might want to check that out. That looks like a pretty good day trade. On the swing in the green zone. So if this turns into a recommendation by SuperTrend right about here, 19% and 27% in the red zone. So this looks good. Thanks, Frank, as both a day trade and a swing trade. but the swing trade isn't quite ready yet. All right, well, let's look at gecko. Dash, Zcash, some that we were looking at on Monday night. Here, Ethereum Classic. Oh, okay. So we can look at ICP again. Let's do that. All right, so that one's below the 80, but trending up. It's not where you want to buy along necessarily at the red zone, but maybe do an alert breaking above the 50 or the 20. I mean, the 20 is the safe one usually. There's 22% and 40%. Huge moves, great day trades. This is one I usually like to short, so I think I'm going to set the alert both ways. Add an alert, entering a channel, 80 and 20. So that alert's ready. So look at the hour chart. And we've got a buy signal and Trendilo straight up, but we're right at resistance. And it's dipping down from there. 4 hour. Same thing. 8 hour. Yeah, this is a recent big move for this coin, but on the very long-term chart, I remember this when this was over $40, $50, trading it back then. The day chart, there's quite a bit of room to retrace, or week chart, excuse me. But that's more of a hodl than a swing trade. So has potential as a day trade. All right, what else? Yeah, all these are buys right now on CoinGecko. Caspa, I haven't looked at that in a long time. Kraken. Let's see. Yeah, it's up there too. We're a little late for this one. Dip below 20 yesterday. It really bounced back from that. Yeah, 20%. Let's see. So the usual alerts would probably work on this one. The hour. Indicators are in our favor, but we're close to the red zone. We've had a couple dips. 7%. not great. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right, we're to go on the 4 hour chart. And 45% in theoretically 29 days. That's a good swing trade. Probably move faster than that. So this one has potential. It's a 4 hour swing. So that's what I would do with that one. Frank's asking for Zora. Also on Coinbase. I think he recommended this before. Sounds familiar. Yeah, also below the 20, the hooking down, but has really good retrace potential. To that resistance would be about 6%. This is 10, red zone, about 12. So good retrace potential on Zora. On Coinbase is a spot trade. So that looks good. On the hour, don't have the indicators on board yet, but once they do, probably right around here, 24% to the red zone. So this looks pretty good as a swing. Set your alert on SuperTrend, right click, and go with the buy option there. And when and if that goes off, check out the market overall, including Bitcoin, and see if that's something you want to take that risk on. All right, thanks for another good one, Frank. Let's see. Let's go to coin market cap sentiment. We have to find a new source. We've been using these three for the last few weeks. Caspa, 91%. Recommendation, community sentiment with people in this group, what they're looking at, what they believe in. Algo. H bar. Let's look at H bar. Okay, H bar is looking ready now. Well, it's pointing down, so we want it to break back up on the 20. And then if it does, retrace looks good. So up to about 5.5% to the red zone. So that's pretty good. Set my alert here for both directions. Head training channel. 80. 20. There we go on that. And see a swing trade. On the hour, right at the green zone, hasn't turned yet on the indicators. Retrace potential is really good, 20%. How about the 4 hour? About the same. Yeah, so just go ahead and set your alert. H bar. They'll leave direction change for now. Go with my handbill on the swing trade. All right, good stuff. So H bar has potential as both a swing and a day trade based on these setups. Injective, huh? Let's look at that one. I think that's on my list. It's actually no man's land on the RTI, right in the middle on the 50. Um, so it did dip below 20, did a fake out break here. Actually, would have worked for me. So I'm looking for 1.5% moves usually. So right here in the middle, I just set another alert. You guys might get tired of watching me do alerts. My 80-20. Yeah, on that one. So if dips back below 20, comes back up, that would be a long potentially. If it breaks above the 80, dips back down, it'd be a short like this one here. That's a really good short move. Break above the 80, then a dip, and that happened like right about here. And then, 8% move down to the green zone. So yeah, either direction looks good to me. It's a swing. We're in the green zone now. Trendilo just turned green. You still have an old sell signal. So on this one, you just set the super trend for the next signal. Assuming the Trendilo is still pointing up, that would be potential go. And to the red zone is 26%. So yeah, I like the setup here as it's a potential swing trade. So let's go with a buy. So I set quite a few alerts during this call today. Yeah. All right. Well, any other coins you guys want to look at or anything to talk about before we wrap it up? We're right at about a half an hour, which is about how long this has been lately.
When you do a short, when you start your trade, do you put in your endpoint or you just watch it and
I put in my endpoint.
manually?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
And I put in my endpoint, and depending on where I trade, if I trade like live on an exchange, then I set up an exit.
An exit point.
Yeah, but most of my shorts I do on Carbon, and that's already built in to the configuration tab. So that's the 1.5% on the chart, and then show the different number depending on the leverage I'm using.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
What exactly is carbon?
Carbon is that's a good question. It started as an easier version of 3 commas, which is a third-party trade out or trade layout system where you can put in additional. You've heard me talk about ladder buying, additional purchases. You can do that ahead of time in Carbon and connect it to Bybit or BitGet and trade that way. You can also do algorithmic trading which is, based on strategies and charts and take trades that way. And it's on a pivot to an NFT that generates interest per month. And then we're working on a um, more complicated, sophisticated trading system with algorithms and money management, things like that. And actually, Craig, if you want to jump in and help me out, I wouldn't mind. Um,
I'm using 3 commas now. Is this
uh,
a new app that's under development? Is it
Yeah.
yes.
free at the moment or is it pay for
Mm,
play? What?
no. Well,
It
you
will
have to
be
be
it will be pay for play, but it's not public yet. We're a part of a beta testing group.
correct.
So it's
Elements of it are,
Mhm.
but not the trading part.
Yeah. If you're interested, email me and I'll send you something. So,
okay, I will.
all right, cool. All right. Well, thanks for that question. And okay, I don't see anything else on the chat. So, wrap it up here. Thank you guys for showing up live. I appreciate it. If you're watching on the recording, please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment, including carbon, and those help fund the channel. I should be back on Monday. You guys have a good trading weekend. Bye.
In the recording, do you tell them how to log on for live?
What do you mean?
Well, if I watched it in the recording, which I often do, but I mean, is
Mhm.
in the information, is there the address to log on? Like you sent me the addresses in an email and
Right.
I put them in my calendar, so I just click on that. But
Mhm.
I'm saying if I came across you on the recording, how would I get to the live? Is there a way to get to the live if I
Okay.
happen to
So,
tune
well,
in?
indirectly, my email is in the pinned comment, so you can email me and ask for that access, and then I'll add you to my list, and you'll get those emails that have the links to the live Zoom calls.
Maybe, maybe you want to put the address in the more, in the
Yeah.
comments so that they watch you. The
Yeah, so they
recording,
can get to it
they,
from the previous recording. Yeah, good
yeah,
idea.
It's not a bad idea. My
that's
only
how I used.
concern is crazy people jumping in, and if they email me and I at least have some idea of who they are, and they usually tell me what their experience is and that kind of thing. But
Okay,
maybe that's too restrictive. So I'll think about that. It's a good idea. Thank you guys. All right. Well, that ended up on the recording, so that's all right. We'll see you guys next time.
have a good weekend.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.